Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I told you guys that AVGAS prices were likely to increase and that flying schools would eventually have to pass those costs on to students. Well, that's exactly what has happened. Many flight training organizations across the country have now increased their flying charges by approximately 2000 to 3000 per hour. This is a major update for aspiring pilots because even a small increase per hour can significantly affect the overall cost of CPL. So why flying schools increasing their rates? The biggest reason is the recent rise in aviation fuel prices. Fuel is one of the largest expenses for any flight training academy. When AVGAS prices increases, the cost of operating training aircraft rises immediately. Along with the fuel, schools are also dealing with higher maintenance costs, imported aircraft parts, and other operational expenses that are linked to international markets and currency fluctuations. As a result, many flying schools have been left with no options but to revise their hourly flying charges in order to continue operating efficiently. Now let's understand what this means for students. If a student has 100 flying hours remaining, a 3000 increase per hour translates to an additional of 3 lakh in training expenses. For students who are yet to begin their CPL journey and need to complete the full flying requirement, the impact can be even greater. This is why I always advise aspiring pilots to keep a financial buffer instead of planning their budget only around the advertised CPL package cost. Unexpected factors such as fuel price hikes can affect the total training cost at any time. However, there is one important point that many students are missing. This increase is largely fuel driven and is expected to be temporary. Flying schools have introduced these additional charges because their operating costs have increased due to higher AVGAS prices. If fuel prices stabilize or start coming down in the coming months, the extra charges are also expected to reduce accordingly. So there is no reason to assume that this revised rates will necessarily remain permanent. This current adjustment is mainly a response to the fuel market and not because schools have suddenly decided to increase training costs without reason. The aviation industry has always been highly dependent on fuel prices. When fuel becomes expensive, operating cost rises. When fuel prices fall, the pressure on flying school decreases as well. For students planning to start training soon, the best approach is to stay informed, budget carefully, and avoid making decisions based on rumors. Keep tracking fuel prices and official updates from your flying school. As always, I will continue bringing you the latest updates on AVGAS prices, flying schools cost, CPL training expenses, and everything that affects aspiring pilots. What are your thoughts on this latest increase? Has your flying school already revised its hourly rates? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow pilots aspirants. Thank you.